Hello, you're with Chinchu. Today we are going to discuss a topic which is the most important, or you can say the most relevant topic of this generation. We are talking about cell phones, something without which we can't just live these days. Whether you are a 4-year kid or just 50 or 55 years old. You know what? There is a phobia called no phone phobia. That means you're just afraid of missing out. If you're just keeping your mobile phone away or not carrying it with you all the time, you'll be having a phobia or fear of losing out or fear of missing out. That is the condition of this generation. Towards the first half of this video, we are going to discuss how dangerous this addiction is, to what extent it's going to affect our health, our relationships, our job, profession, everything. Towards the second half of this video, I'm going to give you some really cool tips with the help of which you can break this addiction. And if people get disturbed or anxious or stressful when they can't just find their phone even for some few minutes, if they're keeping their phone for some few minutes apart from them, they'll be getting extremely stressed out. Just take a moment and think. From the moment you're waking up, you're using your phone in order to set alarm, right? Whether you are having your meals, whether you are bathing, whether you are using washrooms or sitting in front of TV, it could be anything, even going out, walking, playing, all the time you will be carrying your mobile phones and you are completely addicted to it. Technology is a good slave but a very bad master. These mobile phones, all these electronic gadgets, these are being created for our use, right? But they are using us. We won't even be realizing how many hours in a single day we are spending on these electronic gadgets. Various studies has proven that excessive use of mobile phones and social media has increased the rate of suicidal thoughts, very high rate of depression, anxiety issues, stress issues among teenagers and various other kind of people. It hampers our daily productivity, kills our creativity and destroys our happiness. And obviously regarding happiness, you won't be thinking it right, but I'll explain you how. Excessive use of social media has increased the rate of inferiority complex and the body posture of most human beings is getting seriously deformed just because of mobile phones. When you're spending long hours in your phone, you'll be bending yourself. It has also very badly affected our sleep quality and hence the entire quality of life. So it is very important that we have to take charge of it for a better, healthy and happy life. So the question is, do we have to stop using our mobile phones? I don't think that's a practical solution for all of us. Tip number 1, find replacement. The best way to get rid of a habit, of an existing habit, is to replace with a new habit. For example, we use our mobile phones to set alarm clocks, which should not be appreciated at any how. Using our mobile phones to set alarms, then first thing we'll be taking in the morning is our mobile phone, right? It would affect our productivity very badly for sure. From taking the phone for 1 second, we'll be like checking our social media, all our notifications and all. It will go on like that for about 20 to 30 minutes in the morning itself. So find a replacement. A tiny cute alarm clock will do your job. So you are not forced to take your phone in the morning itself. You can just kickstart your day in a very good manner. By doing so, you can enjoy your morning. It would be a really great start for your day. You can just go for a small morning walk, jogging, or it could be like 10 minutes meditation. Trust me, this is so magical. Even these tiny steps, when done day after day, your entire life changes. The biggest reason of this addiction is you take your phone while you sleep. While you just go to bed, you just scroll down, spend hours on mobile phone, which would drastically reduce your quality of sleep, leading to a very heavy day. You will be waking up very late the very next day and with lots of regret and so much bunch of work to be completed, right? So I know exactly how it feels because I was like that. I used to watch movies until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I used to wake up by 10:30 or 11:30 and regretting for the entire day that I have just wasted so many hours. Now it has all changed. I have changed a lot of stuff in my life and I'm just leading a very happy life just because of those tiny little steps. Just try these tips for at least 1 week. The difference would be magical. I'm not saying about the effectiveness of the tips, but I'm saying when you come out of this virtual world and enjoy the reality, enjoy the real world, start mingling with people and start spending some quality time with your loved ones, family members, it feels really great. You'll be contented and you will experience what really happiness is. So a solution for that is keep a book of your interest. It could be anything. Just beside your bed, and when you're going to sleep, just spend some time reading the book so that it will ease your sleep. If you have a habit of taking mobile phones to washrooms, take newspapers or books instead of that. And in order to lose interest in mobile phones, just be more creative and try to find new habits. Just try to find your interest area or passion. It could be cooking, drawing, painting. It could be joining a dance class. I did exactly that. Or it could be anything, playing with kids outside, playing badminton. And one most important thing, whenever you go for a morning walk or working out, or it could be playing football or any kinds of games with kids or with your peers, don't take your mobile phone. When you're spending some really good time in park or in an open area, just avoid mobile phone. Now the next tip is create some friction. There are absolutely amazing ways of doing that. One of the easiest way to do it is, of course, turning on the grayscale. I'll tell you what exactly happens when you just turn on grayscale on your phone is it becomes so dull and the screen becomes so dull and boring that we don't feel interest.
I'll tell you how to do it. Just go to your phone settings and search gray. An option of bedtime mode will just appear. Click on it and switch it on. The entire phone screen would be turning into black and white instead of colorful.
What exactly happens when you just turn on grayscale in your phone is the screen and entire phone becomes so much boring, dull and boring without colors that we don't have the tendency to watch something or just use the phone for so long. And of course, it would be a constant reminder that we are cutting down the phone usage. The applications on which you spend almost your entire day is of course filled up with colors. It would be like so much catchy and clickable, right? So when you just turn this mode on, it would be dull and boring. These eye-catchy applications just attract yourself to it every time you just click on it, and eventually it becomes so much addictive even without your knowledge. Step 4 is remind yourself. Of course, we make a lot of plans, take a lot of decisions, but never implement them, never work on that constantly. So it is very, very important for us to have constant reminders. In case of Android phones, in the settings you have digital well-being, where you can just see how many hours you are spending each and every day on your mobile phones and on what all applications. So what you should be doing is you should track your usage. When you're just spending 4 to 5 hours a day, I can't just generalize that. I find people spending 10 to 12 hours every single day on mobile phones. So in general, I'm saying how many hours you're spending on mobile phones, on what all applications, how many times you have taken up that application and how many times you have taken your phone. All these facts and details can be easily tracked using various applications and the settings in your phone itself. There is an option of digital well-being in your settings in your Android phone where you can exactly track your activity, track your usage of mobile phone on various applications, like how long you're using each and every application.
So this is how to check. Just go to your settings and search for digital well-being. Click on that. The total hours you have been using your phone each and every day would be clearly shown over there. And here itself you can just find on how many applications you have been spending, how many minutes. That accuracy would be there.
This is going to be a wake-up call for you for sure. So before going to bed, check every day how many hours you're spending on mobile phones by just going to this particular settings as I have just mentioned before. Another way to create a friction from using the phone is to create a long password. Try to delete the fingerprint and just use a long password, something like complicated passwords. Obviously, when you just try to reach out for your phone purposelessly, this will just push you back from that and you will be less likely to take that often. The biggest reason of spending a lot of hours in front of mobile phones is of course social media applications. So it is advisable to use your social media applications in your computers. When you're inclined to your phone for so long, you just tend to cut down on your physical activity and completely ending up having obesity, headache, eye strain and lots of other serious health issues. Also destroys your concentration and reduces your attention span. You know what? What defines you is exactly what you do first when you wake up in the morning. If you're just starting your day by taking your mobile phone, you're just rewiring your brain. And of course, you're training yourself to be distracted throughout the day and hence throughout your life. Because that would be your pattern for the rest of your life, right? The most important thing for every day is to run and read. However busy you are, just manage some time to get a little bit of physical activity as well as to read. I'm not talking about the academic books, which you anyway have to read as a part of your studies. I'm talking about something really good like inspirational books or any book of your taste and genre. This also leads to social media depression. Have you heard this before? Social media depression is something where you just compare yourself by just looking on the feeds being posted by others on social media. You'll be comparing your life with that of others and start feeling sad about it. There would be less life satisfaction for yours for what you have. Instead of having contentment, you will be highly depressed, highly dissatisfied with what you have. Just because you have been constantly comparing with others' life, what is being shown in social media. And trust me on this, make sure you are happy in real life and not just in social media. What is being shown on social media by everyone out there is, of course, they are successful, they are happy through these selfies, pictures, photos and all. Just don't believe on that completely. It's not necessary that people who are being seen as happy are happy inside. Happiness is something which should come from inside, okay? That would be curbed or destroyed by jealousy, comparison, due to which people start suffering from mental fatigue. And as a result of which there is a high tendency to make more mistakes, whether as a part of your life or decisions, or it could be something related to your professional life as well. Shockingly, I have even heard children saying they lack motivation, they are feeling lazy, and this is for sure a reason for of that. Most of the time we are taking phone unnecessarily without any purpose at all. In that case, you can just keep something as wallpaper, which itself is a reminder. You can keep something like this, no phone zone or I am wasting your time, something like this. Some cool quotes as your wallpaper itself, so that it would be a constant reminder. Also, you can just write down in a piece of white paper and stick it around on your washroom wall, so that whenever you step into washroom, that would remind you that it's a no phone zone. One thing you should be making sure is that when you're having meals, when you're just going to bed or washroom, you should not be taking your phone with you. That should be a big no, right? So just write down on a piece of paper, like just like this, not like this, okay? This is some kind of vision board, screens and all. Not saying like that. Just on a piece of paper, you can just write it down boldly that no phone zone or phones not allowed, something like that in bold letters, and stick it around on the walls of your washroom, in your bedroom, or it could be in your dining hall where you usually sit and have your meals. So that would be a constant reminder for you for not using your phone. Trust me, by not spending lots of hours like this on your mobile phones, you can still be more happier, healthier, you can live a peaceful, healthy life. That is the most important. Then why don't you do that? Just take that call for yourself. It has also been said that excessive use of mobile phones leads to brain cancer, even though it's not completely proven. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Do share this video with your friends, family and loved ones. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for more such informative videos. And one thing I want to tell you is stay healthy out there.